Hello, and welcome back to the Efficient Skillet. My name is Willie, and I hope that you're doing extremely well out there. I know that I am. Today's cooking video is brought to you in part by, since 1945, Coates Livingston Jewelers. Coates pays top dollar for gold, silver, and platinum, and will match or beat anyone's price. Coates will buy jewelry in any condition and has expert appraisers ready to evaluate your items and pay you on the spot. Coates also specializes in wedding rings, bracelets, necklaces, pendants, earrings, diamonds and gemstones, Seiko and Pulsar watches. Coates also does expert jewelry and watch repair, ring sizing, and custom jewelry design. Located at 509 North Washington in Livingston, give Coates Livingston Jewelers a call at 936-327-8810. Click their ad on our top headlines page. Today I'm going to show y'all how to make a really good crawfish etouffee from scratch. Okay, so crawfish etouffee. Some people might find that intimidating because it has a fancy name, etouffee, which is a French name. And the name etouffee in French, if you translate it to English, means all it means is smothered. Okay, so smothered crawfish. But it's fancy. It's a very rich dish. It's a little spicy, and it's most people, like myself included, just love crawfish etouffee. And it's not hard to make. It's really quite easy. And if you just watch what I do, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Now, when it comes to etouffee, the very first thing it starts with is what's called the roux. And the roux is very simple. It's just in this particular case, we're gonna take 1 stick of real butter. Never use fake butter, always real butter. I've got my skillet turned up to 400 degrees all the way. Next thing we're gonna do is take a 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. And that's roux right there. 2 ingredients, butter and all-purpose flour. With our skillet turned up all the way, we're just gonna stir this in. And you wanna pretty much continually stir your roux while it's making, because you don't want to burn it or anything like that. But what it's gonna do is it is going to cook some, and it's gonna change colors. And what we're looking for is a peanut butter color. That's when we're ready to take our next step. And that's why we have our burner turned up all the way, because we want it to brown to that peanut butter color. Okay, it's been about 5 or 6 minutes now, and as you can see, our roux is about the color of peanut butter. Okay, and the roux, what it's going to do, it's going to serve as the thickening agent for our etouffee. Now, we don't want it to get any darker than this, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add what the French or the Cajun people call the trinity of vegetables, which consists of 1 medium-sized yellow onion chopped. And what these vegetables are going to do is cool the roux down to stop the darkening. 4 sticks of celery, finely chopped. So you got onions, celery, and bell pepper, 1 bell pepper chopped. And that's your trinity, what they call the trinity of vegetables. Those 3 vegetables with your etouffee. Now what these vegetables do, as I said, is it cools this roux down and stops the browning, because we got it just where we want it when it gets the color of peanut butter. And we're gonna stir this for a couple of minutes. All right, so the next ingredient, this has been cooking for about 2 minutes. The next thing we're gonna add is 5 cloves of garlic chopped. A 1/4 cup of the white part, the bottom part of green onions. 1 large tomato chopped. All this stuff is all fresh vegetables. Everything is from scratch. We're gonna stir that in. Now we're gonna put in 4 cups of chicken broth. Now you can also use seafood broth. I have a chicken broth, so that's what I'm going with. Either one works just fine. 4 cups of chicken broth. That's going to cool things down a little bit until it gets to boiling again. To that, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper and 1 tablespoon of Slap Ya Mama Creole seasoning. I like the Slap Ya Mama. I was using Zatarain's, and I know about Tony's. I think Tony's is overrated. I'll probably get hate mail for that, but whatever. That Slap Ya Mama's good, man. Stir all that in. And then we're gonna take 2 pinches of salt. And what we want to do is stir this in and then bring it to a boil. Okay, now that our etouffee is starting to boil, we're going to turn our heat down to 250 degrees and we're going to put in 2 bay leaves. Then we're going to put our lid on and we're just going to let this simmer for 45 minutes. Now, while it's simmering, what it's going to do is it's going to take that the roux that's mixed into there, and it's going to kind of neutralizing it while also thickening it. And you can already see that it's starting to get thicker from the roux. See how it's thickening? We're going to let this simmer at 250 degrees for 45 minutes. It's been 45 minutes, so we're going to lift the lid here, and here is our etouffee. However, everybody's asking, Willie, hey Willie, where's the crawfish? Well, at Walmart, they have this. This is really good. I recommend this. It's Clean Louisiana Crawfish Tails. Now, that it's a little expensive for this 12-ounce package. It's $12, man, but it's worth it, okay? Now, they have some cheaper stuff that's like $8, and it's imported from China, and I wouldn't trust that further than I could throw an elephant. So the big question is, how much crawfish do you want inside your etouffee? If you want just the normal amount, then you put in one package of the crawfish tails. And you stir it in. But if you want the extra, if you want a lot of crawfish tails in it, which I'm kind of in that category, then you put in 2 packages of crawfish tails. And you slowly, because the pan's getting really full here, you slowly stir it all in. And you just want it to sit there long enough till all those crawfish tails are nice and heated up. They're actually fully cooked already, so you just mix it in with your etouffee. We can go ahead and pull these bay leaves out of here. And here we go, folks. This is real deal New Orleans, authentic from scratch crawfish etouffee. Sparkle, sparkle. Now, when it comes to crawfish etouffee, you can eat it as is, and it's really good. It's a very rich dish, as I alluded to earlier. It's if it's done properly, it's kind of spicy, and it's just a great dish. But the ideal way to eat it, the most preferred way, in my opinion, at least my favorite way, is over a bed of white rice. So it has lots of crawfish tails. I made sure I put 2 packs in there, so I have a lot of crawfish. It's got that nice thickness to it. The foundation, the roux, is a thickening agent, and the color that it adds to it and all that. It's really cool. Anyway, And you might want to garnish it with some green onions. And there you go, folks. Real deal New Orleans, Cajun, authentic crawfish etouffee from scratch. Let's get some crawfish on there. There we go. Oh man. Oh. Wow. Wow. Folks, that is so good. Heavenly. Divine. You know, Louisiana's a Catholic state. And they have things in this dish like they call the Trinity of vegetables. So maybe the invention of etouffee, it does have some divine intervention because it tastes heavenly, man. This is so good. This will stack up to any etouffee out there at any restaurant, I promise. And you saw how easy it is to make. It's no big deal. So don't be intimidated by the thought of making etouffee. There's nothing to it. Man, that's good. Now, you can also make shrimp etouffee, chicken etouffee, sausage etouffee, even crab meat etouffee. So it's not just crawfish, there's other etouffees out there. But anyway, we hope you try it and we hope you like it. If you haven't done so, hit the subscribe button. If there's any comments you leave, feel free to leave them below. And you can email us, sufficientskillet@gmail.com. Trump 2020. And by the way, as far as locally, Mike Nettles, I'm supporting Mike Nettles for sheriff and Bob Willis for Commissioner Precinct 1. And I don't live in Precinct 4, but Darwin Evans would be a super fantastic, phenomenal constable for Precinct 4, Darwin Evans.